Shoshana from Untitled Farms. Today I'm going to be demoing how to make farmer's cheese here in the kitchen of our tiny house on the farm. To get started, you just need 3 basic ingredients. You're going to need 2 quarts of whole milk. Any kind of milk is fine as long as it's not ultra pasteurized. Today we're going to be using goat's milk from right here on the farm. The other 2 ingredients you need is plain old white vinegar and fine sea salt. To get started, you're going to take your milk and pour it into a saucepan. We're going to put the saucepan over medium heat and heat it until it comes to a simmer.
Stir the milk periodically while you're cooking it to make sure that the sugars don't scorch to the bottom of the pan. You can tell the milk is hot enough when you start to see bubbles along the sides of the pot. At that point, you're ready for the next step. Take your vinegar and pour it into your pot and stir it in. You should immediately see the milk starting to curdle. That's the beginnings of the cheese making. It's separating into curds and whey. The whey is that yellowish liquid. The curds, which are the milk proteins, and fat are the clumps that are left in the milk. Stir for a minute to make sure that the entire pot has curdled, and then remove it from the heat.
Okay, grab a bowl with a strainer, and you want to line the strainer either with a fine tea towel or a double layer of cheesecloth. Take your pot of curds and whey and carefully pour them into that strainer.
At this point, the curds and whey have mostly separated, but it still kind of looks like a soupy mess. The next step is the draining step.
What we're going to do in order to drain it is we're going to take the corners of this cloth and bring them together to make a little bit of a pouch. You're going to lift that pouch and let the remaining whey drain off into the bowl. Okay, in order to facilitate the whey draining more easily, I like to use tongs to squeeze gently the cheese. Once most of the liquid has drained, you can take your bowl, lift your strainer up and set it back down in the strainer and give it a few more shakes to get the rest of the drips out. If you'd rather not work with the cheese while it's so hot, it's fine to strain the whey out and then let it sit for a few minutes to cool before you do this squeezing step. For our final step, we're going to get ready to unmold our cheese. Now, because this is a soft cheese, it doesn't require any aging or any pressing. It's ready to go as soon as we make it. So we're going to shake it out of the towel very carefully, and there we have it. Beautiful farmer's cheese. Now at this point, we salt it to taste. If you're going to use it for something savory, like putting herbs and olive oil, spreading it over bread, you might want to put in a full teaspoon of salt. If you're planning to use it as a filling for blintzes or something sweet like a dessert, cannoli, all those kinds of things, then you might want to use half a teaspoon and taste, and then add more as needed. So this fresh farmer's cheese, ready to go, will keep in your fridge for about a week, and it will make all of your recipes just so much better. To see more of our adventures here at the farm, follow us on Instagram at Untitled Farms.